Hello and welcome to another episode of The Cosmic Cafe, the companion podcast to thecosmiccircle.com. I'm Isla Ruby, and today we're talking about the Monsterverse. We have an exclusive chat with Joe Tippett and Elisa Lasowski from Apple TV Plus's Monarch, Legacy of Monsters. Enjoy!
Hi, it's lovely to meet you both.
Likewise.
So I have a lot of questions about Monarch. I loved it. Joe, I guess my first question is actually for you. Tim is really an interesting character, and I was hoping that you could talk about the evolution of Tim, because we first meet him and he's like a desk jockey, but then he's by the end of it the second episode he's like kidnapping people, and at the towards 4 he's giving rousing speeches. What is the evolution of Tim?
I don't know. It's hard to answer that just yet because I don't want to like reveal anything, but certainly like he has been like sequestered to the basement of Monarch, which is like, these massive complexes, and he has this tiny windowless office. Like I think would very much like to like be out in the field and like participating in Monarch business. But yeah, I don't know. They're like difficult questions to answer without giving things away. But I'm just sort of like happy that people are like following the story a bit and like curious about this. Are these people good or are they bad?
I think that's been one of the big questions. And Elisa, I have a lot of questions about your character, and I'm wondering actually about some of the stunt work, because when we first meet your character, I think she's driving this car, and the car, goes off onto this crash, basically. Can you talk about what filming that was like? Was there anything interesting about it? Was it challenging or not challenging for you?
Obviously we worked with stunts. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not the one who flipped the car over. I did do some parts of the driving and prepped with stunts, of course. Somebody on Instagram wrote to me just a couple of weeks ago when that scene came out. They wrote, bad driver, you flipped the car. And I was like, good driver, I didn't kill anyone in it.
It's a kick to the face.
Say again.
She took a kick to the face. It's not easy to drive when you're getting kicked in the face.
No.
True. It's super fun to do action stuff. Yeah.
So, for both of you, this question is, can you talk about how did you get these roles? How did you come across the scripts? What was that process like?
Okay, I'll start. Personally, I got cast in a fairly conventional way, let's say. I just got a breakdown and I got to send a tape, and I thought, I was sending a bottle to sea, and and then I just got over the role. There's a few rounds of auditions, but yeah.
The same with me. Yeah, like just sending tapes and then had callbacks, and Elisa and I actually read together, and then both got cast. Yeah, like nothing. Like we did the old-fashioned way. We came by honest.
Has there been a favorite moment let's start with you, Elisa, about that you've filmed so far that you've gotten to bring to life on screen that you can talk about that isn't a spoiler?
You know what? There's so many moments that I loved filming. I think the first thing we filmed that is not spoiling was in fact the scene where we're in Tokyo and we enter the apartment. Kentara's apartment. That was our first day. It was the very first day of the shoot in general for everyone. And Joe and I did that scene, and I really loved it. I really remember feeling that we just plunged into this world, and then there we go, off we went. Yeah, that was a good moment for sure.
How about you, Joe?
Yeah, I really loved like like we went to Tokyo to film something. I'd never even been to Japan before. And so like, I don't know, just being on the streets and working in this metro station till like 4 a.m. on the streets of Tokyo, like running around. I mean, it was like a billion degrees because we were there in August and it was like super humid. And there was like, I don't know, 200 background people or something crazy like that. And just like getting to participate in something of that scale, which sort of seems apropos for a Godzilla story. I thought that was really cool. I obviously, like, my first day working with Elisa was amazing as well. I don't want to like diminish that. She's a very special actor and a really good person, and I like her a lot.
Likewise.
So Joe, and this is also for you, Lisa. You know, what is your favorite Godzilla iteration? Because it's like 70 years of history for the franchise. Is there something that really speaks to you that you, besides yours? I'll say that you really love.
I don't know. I think the original like is, to me, like, and I know that feels like the easy answer, but I just like the black and white and the cinematography is fantastic. But more contemporarily, I thought Skull Island was pretty great as far as Monsterverse goes. I thought that was a fun one too. And the Kong versus Godzilla fights were pretty fantastic.
And for me, yeah, I'd say something similar. It's hard to pick, it's a character that's been around for such a long time and it's evolved in the same way that films have evolved and visuals have evolved. And I think I don't know, I might be wrong on this, but I think some of the original ones were also done with robots and stuff like that, right? Am I right?
No.
Or robotics or I think there's such an evolution in how the character got created that all of them have contribute to what Godzilla is, and it's and the myth of it somehow, like, yeah.
Oh, that's wonderful, and thank you so much both for talking. The show's lovely.
Oh, amazing! Thank you so much.
Thank you for listening. You can find the companion article for this podcast, along with all the other news for those who like superheroes, science fiction, and fantasy, films, TV shows, and other media at thecosmiccircus.com. Have a great day.